Okay, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. We're on the first two. A little wet, but hey, we gangsters, man. We gonna do it, man. So y'all know I do these two. I sprayed the last time. We should be good on all that. I may spray a little bit today. I'll just have to see. Cam trained to go today. Got to work early. Damn. Lawnmower, one lawnmower, y'all. Notice on this one right here, I cut this outside piece right here. I never go down it forward on the first pass. I back down it. Because you can get going down through there and you'll slide all the way down. Everything's really wet. So, look how wet the tires are. the guys think that I don't know how to lay sod. We laid this sod here. We laid 4 pallets right here from the walkway up to the Creek Myrtles. This whole run right here. I'm going to show y'all. Been 10 years ago. I don't see it, man. I guess there's something wrong with this too, huh? Yeah. Okay, y'all, not much of an intro this morning. We're on the 3rd one, and this is the first time Cam has ever ran any hedge trimmers. And I asked him if I could record him. He said, yeah. So this is the first time he's ever used them. Used any hedge trimmers of any kind. So we're gonna put him on video, and yeah, I gotta go. He doesn't know how to do it, so I want to make sure, because the customer's not paying much. He just added a little extra to the lawn. You know, $80, man, to touch these right here. So I want to make sure that he's in the best scenario to win. So I'm gonna get him everything, and I'm gonna do the yard. That's the way I do that. I'll have him do this, and I'll do the yard. These don't have to be perfect. That's why I got him practicing on them. So you can't mess these up, and you can't kill them. So. So that's the first time he's ever done any bushes, and the customer's not, he told me, you know, he loves it, so I don't like those particular plants anyway, so yeah. Just some observation out here. Y'all see we got the downspout going into the Y, going into this, and then they laid it on top of the ground, and it's stopping the water runoff from the natural on top of the ground. See that? Why didn't they take this pipe and turn it and go in right there? Why didn't they want to bring it across the fence line, right? Because the natural flow, you can see everything pile. The water flies down in there, right? Comes around, and it's getting all hung up right here. So, yeah, just an observation. Okay, guys. So we are on the last one, man. I tell you, another damn $1,000 day. I mean, yeah. And I'll be honest, man. With the weather like it is and everything, it ain't even that hard to get there. But my density is so good and so friendly, man. I wouldn't want to change nothing about it, man. I can't think of, you know, the density. Once you get on this route, it's sweet. And if you have a guy that's been out here for a minute, like my young buddy, like my young buck has, he's doing good though. I gotta say, I'm gonna have to do some weed eating over here, but I figured I'd kick it for a minute. So yeah, we're gonna be over a grand, not much, maybe $1,030 or something like that. It may be a little bit more because I'm probably gonna spray here and get another $30. So yeah, we'll probably be at 1,050 or somewhere right around in there. This is great, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 yards. So yeah, don't count the yards though. Don't matter. Let's count the money, because if you just count the yards, then you're deceiving yourself. Because if you're cutting tiny $40 yards, $50 yards, and that's all you're cutting, you gotta do 20 a day to make the same money that I'll make with 11 or 12. My yards are big, but I'm gonna grab the weed eater real quick and go on and weed eat this little part right here. So I know my guy always misses. I dropped him off on the main road. He's edging, so yeah. And he ain't. I guarantee he missed the beginning. He didn't go to the beginning. I'm gonna see. Okay, y'all. I didn't get a lot of footage today, but what little footage I got is on the job. So we're done. We're at 10:50 today, so that's pretty good. You know, based on how long we've been out here. I may have to start adding a few more properties on because we're getting done a little bit too early, and that goes, you know, that goes to having a guy out here. You come out better, I think. You know, not all the time, but if you got a guy that comes out here and he's got a lot of experience, that's good. That's great, until he tries to start doing things his own way, and then that's not so great. Then you wonder, you know, why is it taking him this long to do this and that, and why is it? And I know that I can do this and that in half the time because they're doing things the way they want to do things, the way they've been taught. And a lot of times the way they've been taught might work if you got 4 men on a crew, but especially, you know, if you've been working for some of the bigger outfits. But when you work for a small outfit like me, you got to be a thinker, and that's been the biggest problem out here thus far. Guys want to come out here and they want to do it their way. That's what happened with Toby, and I've had numerous guys, and I'm never going to go for that because I know that the way they're doing things at the bigger outfits, they're not being efficient. But the bigger outfits aren't paying them. Well, they might be being efficient when you got 3 or 4 men in a truck, you know, but they're not paying like I pay. They're not. People can say they are, but they're not. They ain't coming out here making $25 an hour in the truck, you know, weed eating. So, but a lot of times that's what ends up happening with guys that got a lot of experience. They come out here. So you want to have some experience, but you don't want them to have years of experience at a big outfit, because their thinking is always, it's hard to change their thinking, because at the end of the day, when they work for the bigger outfit, they working for the man. And that, I mean, and so they have working for the man mentality. And you know, you can't, it's hard to work for me having working for the man mentality, you know, hourly mentality and all that. I mean, you're not gonna last out here, because when I look at some of these companies, and y'all know I've showed you some, when I look at some of these companies and how they do stuff, I think to myself, damn, man, they don't even need, but all they need is, you know, 2 guys, not 4. So they could put those other 2 guys on another truck doing something else, and they can make bank money. And that's what I run into out here. And I was telling Cam the same thing. It's good that he didn't know a lot. But what usually happens when they don't know a lot is they get their feelings. They get in their feelings out here. And you know, when I'm directing them with the heat and not knowing and all these things, they get an attitude, and they usually end up getting fired or quit. That's usually what happens. But you can't get an attitude with me when I'm trying to make you better. And I have softened my delivery some. I really have made a concerted effort not to be so hardcore, or at least I can't not be hardcore, but I don't have to communicate hardcore, right? I am who I am, and I'm not going to too tough change that, but I can change the way I, manage people and stuff like that. And I've gotten better at it. I should. I mean, damn, I've been doing this a long time. But I was telling Cam, having a guy out here that's got a lot of experience, that's no good either. In my experience, it's not been a great thing either. And that's the way it's been the whole time I've been out here. I've had a lot of guys from the bigger outfits come out here, and they've worked for the bigger outfits, and they didn't want to work the long hours, but they liked the money of the long hours. And, they didn't want to do this. They didn't want to have to be there at 7 in the morning to 7 at night, because the bigger companies, they don't really give a damn about none of that. They got to meet payroll. And in order for them to do that, they got to do boatloads of work. I'm just being honest, man. And it's for everybody in the admin to make money, from the owner to the general manager to the secretary to, the payroll girl or whatever, to the lead guy. Everybody's got to make money, and they're making the money off the back of 3 or 4 guys. And that's business, I get that. But if you don't have all that, you could probably make just as much money profit if you just work smart and don't have all general managers and all that stuff. It's according to what you're trying to do. But what I'm trying to do is go ahead and get this check, y'all. Let me go ahead and grab this check. Yeah, I was solo when I bought this solo. Hell, I bought that solo. This. The forks, the big trailer right there, the whole truck and everything over there. All this solo. And ain't hit 40 hours in 15 years. Yeah, all this solo. You see it? Oh, I bought this solo too. Well, damn, I paid for this concrete solo too. I bought this whole building solo too. Yeah, all this. Just a solo guy out here. So, I mean, and ain't hit 40 hours yet. Anyway, I'm gonna reach up here to my paint bucket. I got a paint bin up there so I can put some clear coat on our back porch this afternoon. Because see, I got time. See, I got time to do that. I'm not. Hell, I've been done since 2 o'clock. Then come home, jumped in the pool, ate lunch. Now I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. Sounds like Dad needs to come to Ray's school of coaching. Just call me Coach Ray, okay? Because if you paying all them folks, might need to tell your dad to do the same.